Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a really deep dive into the invisible brain powering modern global supply chains. Now, if you've ever stopped and wondered how your favorite products actually make it to the shelf amidst all the global chaos we've seen lately, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to explore a massive operational shift, the transition from rigid, old-school safety stock rules to completely autonomous, self-adjusting systems known as inventory intelligence. It's a fascinating journey, and we've got a great structured overview to show you exactly how this technology is fundamentally rewriting the economic baseline of supply chains across the world. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The static inventory trap. 2. Dynamic demand sensing. 3. Optimizing the global network. 4. The agentic AI revolution. And finally 5. Beware of agent washing. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. The static inventory trap. So, for decades, supply chain managers basically survived on static algorithms just to keep their heads above water. Take the core concept of safety stock. In theory, it's a mathematical buffer calculated to absorb shocks, things like sudden demand spikes or unexpected supplier delays. But here's the huge problem with that. The foundational formulas for safety stock rely incredibly heavily on historical averages. It is literally like trying to drive a car down a winding, treacherous mountain road, but you're strictly staring into your rearview mirror. A single crazy spike in past sales can permanently inflate your required buffer, which just needlessly traps your working capital. And when we look closely, the specific statistical failures of this static approach are pretty glaring. Take the assumption of a normal distribution, for instance. Traditional methodologies assume demand follows a perfectly symmetric, bell-shaped Gaussian curve. But you know as well as I do, that shape virtually never exists in real-world retail. Demand is, well, lumpy. People don't buy industrial machinery or seasonal fashion on a smooth, predictable curve. If you apply normal distribution logic to non-normal data, you get chronic overstocking. On the flip side, managers hit what's called the zero stock fallacy. That's when they manually override safety stocks to zero just to free up cash, which leaves the entire system completely exposed to their very next unpredictable disruption.
Section 2. Enter dynamic demand sensing. To escape this static trap, we have to look to advanced machine learning models. These are specifically engineered to minimize the tick loss function, which is basically the asymmetric financial penalty of just guessing wrong. Traditional forecasting is deterministic. It spits out a single rigid number based purely on your internal historical data. But machine learning models, they're probabilistic. Architectures like long short-term memory networks are continuously ingesting massive streams of external market signals. We're talking localized weather anomalies, macroeconomic indicators, competitor pricing elasticity, the whole shebang. They don't just give you a single blind guess. They give you a highly granular probability of what will happen, and they adjust it in real time. And when you shift to this level of predictive agility, the financial impacts are absolutely staggering. Organizations deploying these AI-powered forecasting engines are seeing, on average, a 35% reduction in stockouts. Plus, they're achieving a massive 20 to 50% reduction in excess inventory, which instantly unlocks all that trapped working capital we talked about earlier. Carrying costs drop by an average of 28%, and overall demand forecast accuracy routinely exceeds 95%. These aren't just incremental tweaks, right? This is a total ground-up transformation of the balance sheet. To put a real-world face to those abstract numbers, let's consider the fast fashion giant Zara. By actively deploying advanced inventory intelligence to precisely identify where and exactly how much inventory was situated globally, Zara completely transitioned away from those rigid traditional models. The result? A massive 34% reduction in overall supply chain costs. It really proves that aggressive profitability and incredible operational flexibility can totally go hand in hand when machine learning is at the helm. The takeaway here is crystal clear. Predictive agility directly equals working capital liquidity. Section 3. Optimizing the global network. Now, if you're only using AI to optimize a single retail node or warehouse, you are definitely missing the bigger picture. And that brings us to multi-echelon inventory optimization, or MEIO for short. Traditional planning causes that notorious bullwhip effect, where a tiny demand change at the retail level causes massive cascading panic upstream at manufacturing, leading every single warehouse to build its own redundant safety stock. MEIO systematically dismantles this. It evaluates the raw materials, the regional hubs, the in-transit shipments, and the retail stores all at the exact same time. It places inventory right where it will deliver the highest service impact at the absolute lowest total network cost.
While legacy planning isolates your nodes, Mayo basically acts like a grand chess master. It perfectly balances the severe financial penalty of a missed delivery against the actual physical costs of holding or expediting that inventory. It even uses something called algorithmic postponement, which means it delays final assembly until local demand signals are completely definitive. For example, by adopting O9 Solutions' digital brain to perform this kind of network-wide optimization, massive global brewers and industrial manufacturers have drastically slashed their component shortages and broken down deeply entrenched data silos.
Section 4. The Agentic AI Revolution. Okay, we are now pivoting to the absolute frontier of our journey. We're moving from systems that simply predict what will happen to systems that autonomously prescribe and execute the solution without any human intervention. In a cognitive supply chain loop, the network actually operates like a living organism. First, it senses the market through an always-on signal layer. Then, it predicts probable outcomes. Third, it decides on the optimal path by evaluating incredibly complex trade-offs. Fourth, it autonomously executes the action, like actually placing a purchase order. And finally, it learns from the outcome to refine the very next loop. It's absolutely critical here to differentiate true agentic AI from conventional automation. Conventional automation is basically just a rigid if-then script, like if stock drops below 50, reorder 100. But what if there's a massive port strike? The conventional script will just blindly keep reordering stock that physically cannot arrive, making the crisis so much worse. Agentic AI, like Santel's Lacia AI, has actual action-oriented autonomy. If a primary supplier is disrupted, the AI agent can autonomously engage alternative suppliers, negotiate pricing based on dynamic rules, and even extract financial data for touchless settlement. It literally thinks around the obstacle. But here is the harsh engineering reality. AI cannot make split-second decisions on stale data. If your legacy ERP relies on batch data synchronization, meaning it only runs updates at night or maybe weekly, your AI is making decisions based on history, not reality. To actually fuel agentic AI, you absolutely need real-time data synchronization. We are talking near-zero latency, event-driven streaming utilizing technologies like Apache Kafka. It is vastly more complex to engineer, for sure, but it is the non-negotiable foundation for autonomous execution. When you do get that data architecture right, the scale is just breathtaking. Let's look at Heineken USA's integration with Palantir Foundry. They built a dynamic digital twin of their entire supply chain, mapping all physical entities into one unified layer. From there, they deployed AI agents to actively and autonomously manage over 66,000 loads, 33,000 containers, and 450 distributors. The agents read shipping updates, analyze supply delays, and autonomously propose logistical reroutes. This allows their human teams to focus purely on strategic, high-priority issues instead of just putting out fires. Section 5. Beware of agent washing. Now, as incredible as autonomous execution sounds, we do need a pragmatic reality check to close this out. Pay really close attention to a term highlighted by Gartner: agent washing. This is a highly dangerous practice where software vendors simply take their basic 10-year-old conventional automation tools and slap an agent AI label right on them just to ride the current hype wave. Most commercial tools right now are honestly just chatbots that draft emails or run basic queries. True end-to-end autonomous supply chain execution, where the AI evaluates multivariable constraints and executes high-stakes financial decisions entirely unprompted, is highly unlikely to be fully reliable across the board before 2027. So the crucial point here is recognizing the very real implementation roadblocks we're facing today. There is a severe engineering skill shortage, massive legacy infrastructure gaps, and profound staff resistance due to a general mistrust of black box algorithms. But most importantly, AI demands exceptionally clean and master data. If your data is garbage, your AI's decisions will absolutely be garbage. Experts recommend that organizations start in low-risk sweet spots, things like touchless forecasting for highly stable products, before they attempt complex, cross-enterprise autonomous negotiation. Which brings us to our final thought, and really the ultimate question you should take away from this explainer. Is your supply chain actually transitioning toward true autonomous execution, or have you just been agent-washed by a shiny new dashboard? Moving from static spreadsheets to dynamic intelligence isn't just a single software purchase. It's a profound structural evolution of your entire business. You have to clean your data, demand real-time architecture, and push your network toward predictive agility. Thanks so much for joining with today, and keep learning.